now. Okay. So thanks for jumping on, everybody, and I am recording this for anybody who missed it because it is very important. I want to touch base with you about a couple things. First, I don't know if everyone on this Zoom is aware, but we are going to be rolling out a brand new app that's actually going to be like a funnel app. It's called Rapid Funnel. I'm going to be giving you guys a video to watch from Joel. He did a recording with us a week or two ago, well, more than 2 weeks ago now, that's going to kind of break it down, but it's basically a lead gathering app that you can get contact information all put into this app, and you can reach out to people, and it automatically follows up with people for you. It's been an amazing tool. We've been able to use it for the past 30 days, and it's been extremely helpful to our businesses it's just made things so much easier. And so I wanted to kind of intro with that because I actually messaged Joel today because I thought that I was going to have to kind of explain the entire app to you guys. And he said, just share the video that we did a few weeks ago with your team. So I'm going to be posting that in the team page, and that's going to be mandatory to watch if you want to utilize this Rapid Funnel app. So for me, it's been completely worth it. It's very, very easy to follow. It's very step-by-step. All you really have to do is put in name, phone number, email address, and you're good. You can follow up with them. You can send them. There's tons of resources built into the app. So anything from opportunity to products to the keto line, right down to personalized stories from some of us leaders. So you guys will want to have this in your hands ASAP. I messaged him and just asked, can I roll this out to my team now? Because it was only out to the leaders at this point. And he said, yes, you can most definitely, let them know about it. So with that being said, Debbie and I wanted to talk to you guys about how we did our Vegas vendor event, because I know a lot of you guys were watching us on social media. You were seeing like some of the posts about how, we had sold hundreds of dollars worth of product and things of that nature. And, the thing is that we didn't start out selling retail products when we started doing vendor events. We started doing vendor events looking for loyal customers and distributors and looking for leads. So we didn't come with a ton of product to sell. And honestly, when we first started, we didn't have a lot of product to sell right off the bat. And we didn't want you guys to feel like you needed to have a bunch of product to bring along. But we kind of took a different approach with this. And it has been absolutely amazing. We had great results with the way that we did things this time around. Debbie is on the Zoom too, so I'm going to let her talk a little bit about what we did, and maybe, what she feels was an important takeaway from our Vegas event, because we were there together, obviously. So go ahead, Debbie, if you want to.
Hey guys. So I look like a hot mess, but we spent the day in the pool today. But I wanted to just tell you guys that every single one of our vendor events that we've done, separate or together, has been a learning experience for us. Each one is different, and each one we learn what to do better at the next one. So if you've done two and you think, yeah, that's not working for me, you're not doing enough. Okay, so you have to keep going. You have to keep bettering yourself with the vendor events, because you learn as you go, and you don't become like a master at events until you've done more than a handful. So each one you learn, you do better. So last year when we went, we brought no product, like Tammy said, that we just brought wraps, and we were going to give them to people that signed up as customers or distributors. Basically, if they signed up, they could get a free wrap. You can do that at your events. You can't do that on social media. But it's something that we focus mainly on that. People come to the esthetician events and the hair events for product in their hand right away. So we learned last year, you could call it a failure, a little bit of one, because we really didn't make as much money as we put into it, out of it. But we learned last year doing that what we had to do this year to make money, and it worked for us. So we brought a bunch of product. We brought over 100 wraps, I think we had total, 130, I think. We brought our keto coffee just as a whim because we're like, well, might as well just bring it. We had a lot at home. And so many people were coming up to our table asking us about the keto products because keto is so huge right now. So that's what really drew people to our table more than the wraps. Although we did have a lot of people come just for the wraps as well. So we did sales through our Square payment, through credit card, and we did cash sales. And we kept it really simple. This is what they could do. We did not go into the loyal customer program. We did not go into the distributorship. We said that if they like the product, they can offer it in their salons. That's all we gave them, and we put them in our funnel. So we had them give us their name, their first and last name, their email address, their phone number, and then we wrote a little note about them. And when you get into this funnel, you'll see how easy it is to gather information from people. It's not like a Blitz card where you have to have them write it down on a Post-it note for you. They put their information in the funnel because they want more information from you about the products or about the opportunity, whatever it may be. So it was very, very simple. And we'll definitely do that from now on with this, with these types of events. Now I'm doing a mom-to-mom sale the end of this month, and I will not be doing it that way. So I'm going to kind of go along with what I've done before and just have a few products on hand and try to get them to host parties and do the loyal customer program or whatnot. So you do have to know your audience. You have to know, and I've done enough of them to know what you're going to do at the next one.
I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, Tammy. That wasn't me. Tammy.
Yeah, I know I muted her.
Okay. No.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, so they're muted.
Okay.
Is that what, oh, you were done?
Okay. That's all I was going to say about the event.
Yeah. So basically the thing is that we learned that we could make the money back from, the thing is when we started doing events, we did small events, like a $25 mom-to-mom sale or a $15 table here and there. So all we'd have to sell is one wrap to make our money back, right? Well, there's people that I've been seeing, other leaders that have been doing large events like we've been doing, like I'm talking thousands of dollars for these events. And they are doing, boys, quiet, sorry, 9 o'clock at night, summertime, and my kids are still both awake. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, so we're talking thousands of dollars for these events, right? So you want to have something that's going to make it worth your while. So signing a handful of loyal customers and a couple distributors at an event like this wasn't cutting it. We were getting lots of leads, which is great, but then the follow-up and the follow-through and the messaging and all that kind of stuff. So it was like, what can we get like instant gratification from? And I was watching a couple of the leaders, other leaders that were making like thousands of dollars doing these vendor events, and they were just selling tons of wraps and products and all that kind of stuff. And this show was an esthetician show, so it was focused on estheticians, skincare, like salon owners and that type of thing. So we're thinking, let's bring, a handful of wraps at least. So we brought at least 100, just to thinking if we sold all 100, that would be good money in our pockets. Well, then we just grabbed at the last minute, let's get some of our keto products. Let's grab, the keto coffee we had on hand. We just took everything we had between Debbie and I, just our personal stash, brought it. And that ended up being what was like so popular and everybody wanted. And so these estheticians are coming in, they're wanting it for themselves because they're following the keto diet now. And honestly, we had a table that was skincare and body reps, and the body reps were popular. We sold over 50, I think. But we had, we ended up having more interest in our keto line than we did in our body reps. That was unexpected, because if we had expected that, we would have brought more product with us, because we sold out of stuff. We sold out of our keto stuff for the most part. We were selling individual packets of keto coffee for $5 a piece, and they weren't even blinking. Boom. No problem. So what we did, this is what's important, you guys. What we did every time someone purchased something from us, we had them fill out their contact info. I had my laptop there. We had a tablet there. We had phones there. Pulled up our app, our Rapid Funnel app that you guys are going to be downloading very soon. We pulled that app up and we just said, here, enter in your information, name, phone number, email address. That's it. Very simple. They easily put that in. We'll send you some information on the keto products. We'll send you some information on the wraps, whatever they ended up purchasing. So in your resources in this Rapid Funnel app, you are going to have all of those resources at your fingertips. You are not going to need to come up with a resource. You're going to actually have to just pull it up from the app and send it to the person. Like, that's amazing. It's so easy. So we were able to send out, and on top of that, in the app, after they entered in all their information, I would just put in, from the IECSC Vegas show, purchased keto coffee, interested in offering it to their clients in their salon. Because there were people that were like, wow, this might actually work, in my salon. I could offer this on top of it, because bulletproof coffee, that's huge right now. And we're like, yeah, like you can, there's so many things you can do with it, but they just wanted it in their hands to start out with. And that's the lesson we learned from last year. People come to certain vendor events, not all of them, but to certain ones, they want to buy product to bring home with them right away. So if you don't have some product on hand for retail, you're missing out on money, instant money in your pocket. So think about, let's say you're doing a vendor event that's $100. We sold packages of 4 wraps for $100 at this vendor event, and they didn't even blink an eye. So all you would have to do is send a pack of 4 wraps, and your vendor event is covered. And on top of that, you're just getting leads and leads and leads from everybody who's walking by, whoever's interested in keto, whoever's interested in the body wraps or any of the other products. You can talk to them about everything like you normally do, but having that option of getting that retail sale and that cash in your pocket really makes it a lot more lucrative to be able to do this type of thing. So I'm not saying go out and find a $500 event. I'm saying start looking into doing some events, and just your auto ship, you guys. You're running your auto ship every month. Use those products. Use them yourself, but I'm sure some of you guys have a pack of wraps or something at home. You should always have wraps on hand. So bring those with you to the vendor event and sell them. We were selling individual wraps for $30 a piece, and we were selling packs of 4 for $100. Think of the markup. What if you have wrap rewards? You assign 2 loyal customers, you get a pack of wraps for $25, and you just turned around and sold that pack of wraps for $100. Cash in your pocket, you guys. That's what you need, So we're thinking, like, what can we do to help you guys make these work better for you as well? It's all about the lead gathering, really. That's what you want, and that's what we're trying to push with this Rapid Funnel. This is going to help you gather those leads so much easier. We used to gather the leads on the little pieces of paper, and we still do. But it's like, then what do? You have to flip through all the little pieces of paper, manually enter in their phone number. So if you can't read it very well, like, you're screwed, because we've had that happen before, that the phone number, when you send them a text message and it doesn't go through. So this makes it so much easier, and it's streamlined, and the person can just put their information in for you. And then you jot a note down about what you talked about. And that way, when you follow up with them, you can be on a more personal level. So this app will change the way you do your business for sure. And we just wanted to give you guys some tips on how the vendor event went for us in Vegas, because honestly, it was probably the best vendor event we had ever done, the most successful. We did sign a few customers and things like that, but we weren't focused on that. We were focused on getting that retail product sold. So basically, I don't know if you guys saw my post, but every year at the end of that Vegas show, those big shows, they require a deposit for next year to hold your spot. So if you want to do it again next year, you have to put your deposit down, and it's a 50% deposit. We're talking a well over $2,000 vendor event. Okay, so this is not just small money. We had the money from our sales to be able to pay that deposit in cash at the vendor event. We have never been able to do that before. So I'm saying this is on a little bit larger scale, but my gosh, there's no reason that you guys can't be making $200, $300, $400, $500 or more at a small vendor event selling product. You know, if you want to do that, think about making an extra on top of your commissions. What would an extra $300 a month do for you? That would be huge, right? Like, get the products that you have on hand and start booking some of these events and start selling some of the product. We can share with you our pricing list and things like that. I can put that in the team page, but just really kind of opens your eyes to what the possibility is. We didn't really do that much before. And so we always shared with you guys how to gather leads, but now it's like, oh my gosh, that was for us as we were having those sales in Vegas. We're like, woo, we're covering our costs. Woo, we're covering our costs. Like every time we'd have a sale, we were like celebrating and getting excited about it. And it's like, okay, if we're doing that, imagine what you guys would be doing at your vendor events, making sales like that too.
One thing I wanted to add to Tammy is, because we traveled out of state, we didn't push the parties and we didn't push the in-person one-on-ones. But when we were growing our business and we were doing a ton of local events, that is what we pushed. We pushed parties, booking parties, getting one-on-one appointments set up, doing the wrap appointments that way. And that is how we grew our business in the beginning. So we were booking every single weekend with either a vendor event or a party. And that's how she got to double diamond in 10 months. And I got to diamond in 10 months. So it's something that getting in front of people, and maybe you're better at doing belly to belly than you are with social media. Maybe social media is not your forte. Belly to belly there's a huge missed opportunity, I think, with belly to belly, the belly to belly business, because that's how network marketing used to be. You know, network marketing used to be even door to door sales. And we don't do that anymore. We do it all from our phone, which is a great convenience. But there's a market out there for face-to-face sales still. And that's how a lot of people still enjoy, you know, when you create that relationship, you create it right away. Your first 10, 15 minutes talking to somebody, you're creating that relationship, where it might take you 2 weeks to create that relationship on social media. So get out there and just meet new people, network. I mean, that's a really huge thing. It's just networking with other people. When you friend them on Facebook, you're going to network with their friends, and they already know who you are. So if they have a friend that says, oh my gosh, I want to try something for my belly skin, they can say, oh, my friend, you know, Debbie sells body wrap, so let me send you to her. And you get referrals. So work your market that way too. That's all.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for us? You can post in the group chat or unmute yourself. And if you have any specific questions on what we did or, you know, didn't do at our vendor event. I know that a lot of you guys were watching us on Facebook, and Debbie made a post about selling $500 worth of wraps to somebody, and that actually did happen. We had a lady come up, and it actually did. Debbie likes to stretch the truth sometimes, but this one actually did happen. But yeah, I had a lady come up, and she was a salon owner, and she was interested in the wraps. and said, yeah, I think I want to get some. And I said, well, this is all we have left. Like, I'm just like, kind of made it. That was another thing, like really having a sense of urgency about making the purchase right then and there. So I think is Amanda on here? She had asked, one of her questions for this Zoom was, how did you close your sales on the spot? And that was one thing, is that sense of urgency, just being like, this is literally all we have left. So we're talking, this is a 3-day event. We were there, it was Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, all day for 3 days. So on Saturday, people show up and it's busy and it's chaotic and there's like 20,000 people and there's tons and tons of booths. And so people are walking by, well, they're trying to shop and decide what they want to put their money into. Well, our thing is like, we didn't have thousands of product sitting at our table. You know, we had a very limited supply of everything. So we were like, we're just going to let you know, if you decide to come back tomorrow, this might not be here. So that was really huge, because they were like, oh, well, I want these, you know, so I better get some. And that lady was just kind of like, I'll take, she's like putting her fingers through the bags of wraps. And I'm like, okay. So she took 5. She's like, I want 5 of these. I'm like, okay, $500. It was like so crazy. But, you know, I mean, we had a couple people come up with $300, $200, like sales. They just wanted a bunch of the product. They wanted to try it all before they became a customer or before they offered it in their salon. And this way we had that to offer to them. Last year, those people wanted to come. They came to our table. We didn't have the product to offer them. They left without making one purchase. Think about that. Like, whoa, that's a huge blow, because now this year we're like, look at what we brought in. We could have done that last year. But it was, you know, you learn every single time you do these things. And that's why we want to share with you guys every time we do these things, because we change it up a little bit, and sometimes it's successful and sometimes it's not. So really that's huge for you guys to have that urgency too. Like, maybe if you're bringing like a huge stack of wraps, only put like 5 of them on your table and put the rest of them under your table. And be like, this is all I have right now. So if you want it, it's $30 a piece, you know, $100 for 4, and go from there. So that's one of my pieces of advice, to have that urgency to close the deal. People just, they want it. If they want it, they don't want to miss out. So they'll buy it right on the spot. And that's what we had a lot of luck with. I think that was the only question that we had. Now that I'm trying to think, if anybody else has any questions, ask now or forever hold your peace. Did that help you guys? Did you guys feel like that was helpful? I hope this wasn't a waste of a Zoom. I thought it was really important information. And honestly, if someone had that experience, I would want to know too, because I'm outdoing them, you know, as often as I can. So Craigslist is still a great resource to find them. Facebook is still a great resource to find them. Word of mouth, bulletin boards, Google, you know, I mean, they're all over the place. So it's just about booking them and getting that product there. And keto is life right now. Like, keto is taking over everything. Like, of course, like, we had our whole skincare line there. Next year, we're not going to bring our skincare line. We're bringing our wraps, facials, and keto to an esthetician show. That's what we're bringing, because there's so much competition with the esthetician show. There's so much competition with other skincare line, you know? Yeah. So the wraps are the only thing like it on the market. You know, we have that. So like, we're the first to market and the only thing like it in the world. So wraps are huge. And keto, I mean, keto is huge just for their personal use, not necessarily even for their salons and spas, but some of them are looking to incorporate that into their salons and spas as well. So that's huge. Oh, good, Allie. That's awesome. And that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter. We started really small. Like, we started like $10 tables at an event, or $25 tables. And honestly, some of those brought us in the most loyal customers that have been ordering for years. Like, it's a gold mine. Those events, it doesn't matter. You only need one person to come to your table to completely change your whole business. So that's awesome. Good for you. If you have any questions about how to do them, you can reach out to us. I actually did it last weekend at my event. I had keto products on hand they bought on the spot. Exactly. Like the keto energy, we were giving them to people. Like Debbie would hand one of the girls a sample, walk around for 15 minutes and come back and tell us how you feel. And one of the girls came back. She's like, this stuff is like crack. I need a bag now. And we only had 2 or 3 bags of keto energy. 4.
Yeah.
We sold them all like the first day. We were like, dang it. Why didn't we bring more of this stuff? I mean, because we were taking them, talking to people at the table. We were taking them and they're like, what is that? We're like,
Their vendors, like we gave them to the Lip Sense girls and the people across from us.
mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So, and don't discount the vendors. They could be your best customers or your next distributor. I think we have a couple distributors on our team that used to be vendors for other companies. So, yeah. So hopefully that guy gets you guys excited. And honestly, you need to download, once we get off this Zoom, download the Rapid Funnel app. There is going to be a code that you enter in. It's just, it works. I'm going to type that in, Rapid Funnel. So the app is Rapid Funnel, and then you're going to create an account and use the code It Works. Don't do much more than that. Watch the video that I'm going to be uploading in the team page first. And Mike is one of the I don't know if he's a co-owner or if he's like the main guy, but he's like our left-hand man. We've been using him for a lot of stuff. So he breaks down the entire thing. There's like a really nice slideshow, basically PowerPoint presentation that they do. And it's very self-explanatory. And there's training in the Rapid Funnel app. So it will break everything down for you as well. But that will be huge for you guys if you've done any vendor events or expos, or if you have leads, information from people, you are going to be wanting to input this stuff in your app as soon as possible. So there is one more thing. There's accountability partner spot. Where it says accountability partner, you put your upline. So if that's me, you put me. If it's Debbie, you put Debbie. If it's someone else, you put whoever your upline is your accountability partner, or whoever you want to be reviewing your activity on your Rapid Funnel account. Because if you're having issues or problems or whatever, that's a very easy way for us to quick take a look, see what you're doing, and be able to troubleshoot for you. Okay? So it's 9:30. Look at that. Right on time. I was hoping to make it a half hour because I don't want to, we have neighbors setting off fireworks right now. So I hope you guys, I know, crazy. It's just been going on for like a week now at this point. I'm like, we don't have our doggy anymore. She was the one that was always upset about it. So, but yeah, well, I hope you guys have a great 4th of July weekend and you are safe and you have fun with family and friends. And definitely take some time this weekend to watch that Rapid Funnel tutorial that I'm going to post, because it will definitely help your business for sure. So hope you guys have a great night. Thanks so much for jumping on, and we'll talk to you guys soon.